Well, we're just leaving Fenelon Falls. Well, we're just... Good morning. Morning. We're just leaving top side of Fenelon Falls Lock, where we have been for the last 2 days. Look at the last video and you'll see exactly where we were and leaving from now. This will be the second time we are leaving that location this year. Go figure, we haven't been here in 4 years, and now this year we've been here twice in 2 weeks. Anyways, we are just heading off. We're heading back northward. We're going to head towards our home port without hopefully having to go into our home port. We're going to meet up with the kids tomorrow for the day, and then we're going to carry on a little bit northward from there and get to where we get to. So, the day's already started off a little bit entertaining with not one but 3 boats going on the wrong side of the markers. Just as one is exiting the lock at Fenelon Falls and coming out here onto Cameron Lake, there's a railway swing bridge which is in the open position all season long, and it's marked with the red and the green. It's marked on the charts, and it started off this morning. There was a big Carver 443 aft cabin, a looper who should know better, and he was going on the wrong side and had to jam her into reverse before he rode up on the rocks. And then within a half an hour, 2 rental houseboats. The first one determined that he was going on the wrong side, more or less stopped, and then just said, "To hell with it, I'm just going to give her, it's just a rental, what do I care?" and just plowed on through. Now, the fortunate thing for him, as well as the next boat that came in behind him, is that they're pontoon boats, so they have a very, very shallow draft, and they are inboard, outboard powered, but the outboards are set up way high too, so those things draw maybe a foot of water. And besides that, if they hit bottom with the pontoons, they're just going to go on the rocks. So anyways, everybody got no damage, no hurries, no worries. So that was a good thing. Getting back to our cruise, it's going to be a long, full day. It's just after 9 o'clock, coming up on almost 9:30, and we are either going to be on the road for 6 or 9 hours today, depending on how we hit it, or depending how busy it is at the locks. It's all about the traffic and our timing with hitting the locks. So we are headed off on a beautiful sun-cloud mixed day. Again, it's going to be another warm one, so we're looking for some breeze right now. We're just approaching Rosedale Lock. Not that far from Fenelon Falls. I just want to show you something here, that there's at least 1 boat, maybe 2 in there, and they're locking them down. And if you notice, if you're ever waiting at a lock and wondering what's going on, you see that red light flashing? That indicates that they are in the process of locking down. So if you're waiting and you're wondering what's happening and you don't want to necessarily go to the blue line, like we don't, we like to just hang out. Just hang out, man. It's just a lot easier just to drift around than just drive straight into the lock. So that indicates that they are in the process of locking a boat through, and that the wait won't be that much longer. And then once the boats have cleared the lock, that light will turn green, indicates that we are safe to proceed. See, the light is still flashing red. Sometimes they forget to change it. So there you go. Now it's green, which indicates we are safe to proceed. Just a quick stop at the Rosedale Marina. We got a pump out and topped up with fuel. We didn't need a lot of fuel, but it's always nice when we have an opportunity on the system, because we don't know how far we're going to get, where we're going to be, to get fuel as well as get a pump out. Again, pump out wasn't critical. We could have been gone another 3 days, but I always like to take advantage of that. I learned that years ago boating on Georgian Bay, because stations that will do pump outs are few and far between, so I like to take advantage of that. Anyways, gas there today, my friends, is $1.68 per liter. So for my Americans friends, if you want to do the math quickly, liter, 1 US gallon is 3.8 liters. So multiply $1.68 times 3.8 and take off about 30%, which is roughly the exchange rate, and that will let you know what 1 US gallon of gas is here in US funds. Or you just say it's a lot of money, but whatever. Ooh, lunch is here. We just entered the Kirkfield cut, and this is going to take us from Balsam Lake up to the Kirkfield lift lock. Now, I know I've shown it to you before in the past. If you look at my channel, I have at least one GoPro video of pretty much this whole route right up to the Kirkfield lift lock on my Sit Back Sunday series. But I'm just going to show you a little bit what it looks like, because it's pretty even on a cloudy day. So we've reached the Kirkfield lift lock, and remember, this is the apex of the system, the summit. So from here we are going to be heading downstream. So I have to change my marker minder. We're going to be having green on the right now, heading downstream. Well, we passed through the Canal Lake after leaving Kirkfield lift lock, and no issues at all. But I must comment on how surprised I am to hear absolutely everybody calling Securités going through the Kirkfield cut. Not only when we were there, but since we left that. I mean, coming down Canal Lake, every boat right down to 26 foot, there's a sign as one enters the Kirkfield cut off of both Canal Lake or coming the other way from Balsam Lake. And it says vessels over 40 feet should call a Securité, just to let opposing traffic know your position and which way you're going, just so that there's no issues, because as you've seen, there's some pretty tight spots there. But today is the day that, like I say, everybody's calling. It's rare that you hear somebody calling Securité. We passed big boats who should have called and they hadn't. But whatever.
It's better that people call.
Yes, it's absolutely better to err on the side of safety, just to give everybody a heads up, because there is a lot of traffic just at this time of the day. It's around 1 o'clock, and so it's midday, so everybody's going everywhere. So that's nice to see, nice to hear, and it's nice to see that people actually are listening to and using their VHF radios. Over the years, we've said it many, many times that people don't even listen. Anchor Girl has said, why do I even call somebody, because they're not listening? And half the time that seems to be true. So this year seems to be exception so far. Over the last couple of weeks, a lot of people are actually using their radios and using them properly and using them well, so I'm glad to hear that. Now, just getting back to where we are right now on our travels, we are just heading through the village of Bolsover. The last time we did this route, if you remember, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago when we had to come back, we left the bottom of Kirkfield lift lock and got all the way home in about 3 hours, just over 3 hours, which was great. But when we came back up this way, it was 6 hours to do that exact same route, and that's only because we timed the locks wrong. It's not that our timing was off, it's just that when we got to the first lock, we had to wait. And then subsequent to that, we have to wait for pretty much all of the locks. So that puts you back. Not only that, it's quicker dropping down, which is what we're doing now, because they can drain the locks a lot easier than fill them. Remember, all the locks along here now, right to Lake Simcoe, are the old manual type, so everything has to be cranked by hand. So that takes a little bit longer. But like I say, 1 o'clock, even if it takes us, 5 hours from here, that would be 6 o'clock to get home. As long as we get through the last lock, we are golden, which we should have no problem doing. We have 5 locks ahead of us now, and we're just about to come up to the Bolsover lock. So that's a good thing. So I will show you how it goes. Again, it's a beautiful sunny day. It's a light breeze, and it's more sun than cloud right now. It's sort of semi-hazy. So we are continuing on this beautiful summer day. So that was 2 quick locks, 2 down and 3 more to go. We are hitting them just bang on now. Just out of 1, next lock is ready. There was just a slight delay on this last one because we had to wait for a couple of kayakers to catch up with us. But we are going to leave them behind now, as this is a bit of a stretch here and they won't be able to keep up with us. So hopefully the next 3 locks will be same order, just quick. It's 2:08 right now. And yeah, maybe another hour and a half and we should be through this. You see my new perch up here? Pretty cool, eh? Sitting on the back of the chair. Got a great view looking forward. Just that straight arch is a little head low for my square head, but it works. I get a nice breeze here too. Bugs and fishies on the water. Bugs and fishies. And the lake is looking very cooperative as we leave the Talbot portion of the Trent Severn Waterway. We come out onto Lake Simcoe proper. There's a little bit breezy going through there, but look at the lake is flat, calm. Maybe a 4-inch ripple, that's it. There you go. Well, as a former boating friend, still a friend, former boater, used to say, that's boating. And what I'm saying is, our intended destination for tonight, we were there and we left. That's all I'm going to say about that. And we are now currently heading into the Port of Orillia. Last minute change of plans, so this is where we are going to be parking our butts for tonight. And take advantage of hopefully what is turning out to be a beautiful evening. Look like threatening skies of rain all around us, which has been part of the track since we left. All the thunderstorms that Anchor Girl looks forward to having on the boat. We stand right there shaking her head because it never happens. We never get a good thunderstorm on the boat anymore. So anyways, that has...
Maybe we'll get one tonight.
Maybe we'll get one tonight, but it doesn't look very promising, my dear, because I see nothing but blue skies
well,
over
if
there.
I look at the radar, there's a whole pile of stuff coming.
Okay, so maybe we might get a whole pile of stuff coming. Might end up being a thunderstorm for Anchor Girl. If it is, I'll try to get a shot or 2 of that for you. If not, I'm just going to wrap up today's journey and saying the best laid plans, my friend. But here we are. It's always better, like I've been telling Anchor Girl, forever. sometimes you got to do something that the unexpected ends up turning out to be way better than you could have thought about or imagined, because of course you don't plan for it. And we're not planning for it. The only thing I'm planning for is getting this boat, that slip, tying up, plugging in, charging this, put this thing on charge, because it's almost dead from today's activity. And then guess what else is going to happen? That's right, ice cold. They've been in that fridge all day. 7 o'clock, 6:58. So say the chart plotter. That's GPS time, so it's got to be right. So 7 o'clock, we left at 9:20. It's a long time on the road. But I was just commenting to Anchor Girl, what a pleasant boat ride it has been. Especially this last little stretch. Nice and calm now. Anyways, that's it. Thank you. Looking forward to your comments. Cheers.
Oh, that must be the...
Time to go in.
Nice, eh?
Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe so you don't miss any of the new videos coming out. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Daily updates there, and always lively conversation on Facebook, so you don't want to miss it. And you can also follow us at boatsbeachesandbars.com, where you're going to find even more links to all sorts of neat things, including our online store. And you'll find all the links to everything mentioned up here, down there in the description. So you'll have no excuse not to follow along. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.